No Way Podcast. We are here, Jab Fitness. We are entering the lion's den, baby. We are entering the lion's den. 8:19. Here's where the lions roam at this time of night. So you regular people who are watching Loki at home right now because it came out on Disney today, this is where the lions are. This is where the lions are. This is where the lions are. Don't understand that? Ain't no slowdown, ain't no rest. We go through till it's through. Own that, James Brown. Let's see if we can get a word with the future champ. Mr. Ballard. Mr. Ballard, can we steal a couple minutes? Can we steal a couple minutes?
I'll give it to you for free.
Man, for free. That's how we know it's a freestyle, because you ain't gonna charge us for it. That's what makes.
That's off the love. What's up?
Man, take my hand, sir. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. No Edit Podcast. We are here live and direct from Jab Fitness with future world champion. I said this about Terrence Crawford in Las Vegas while he was sitting next to me at the Richard Abril Brandon Rios fight. He had, yes, I'm digging in the crates. I'm digging in the crates. So this is when he had big old braids. Once upon a time, Terrence Crawford had braids and a lot of them. He knocked some dude out named Gorgeous. Bomac sat in the front row. He came and sat next to us. And in my interview with him, and I can't find the freaking footage on the phone that I lost, I was calling him future champ the whole time. Future champ. I kept saying it over and over and over again. 7 years later, he was pound for pound number one. And current pound for pound number one. At least in my opinion. Tell us about your boxing story. Where you from? How'd you get in the game? Any amateur stuff you did? Anything memorable? Talk to us, baby.
I am a two-time Golden Glove champion.
You gotta yell at us because the music on.
I'm a two-time Golden Glove champion. Really 3 uncontested, but there's a time that nobody wanted to fight me. So, I started at 11 at Team Cannon.
Team Cannon.
When things was really jumping.
Uh-huh.
You know, I was a little buck. You know, so I stayed down there for like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And then advanced from there to Coleman Young Center.
Okay.
With John Brown, James Lester.
Okay.
Out there with them guys. And just took off from there. You
okay.
know? My dad actually got me in boxing.
Okay. Family business.
Yeah. Like, he was a good fighter in the military and stuff. So I got that militant mindset, you know what I'm saying? Know how to take orders and get stuff done, you know. Mm-hmm. Know how to be led and lead at the same time. So,
right.
You know. So I learned that, and, you know, it really helped me throughout the time of my upbringing. Right. Boxing really saved me. I ain't telling you. Detroit, growing up in the city of Detroit, that's where I'm from, Detroit, Michigan.
The D.
Yeah.
What up, though?
Midwest, like the slickest, smartest fighters was like.
Do they dominate? Does the Midwest dominate boxing? Yeah. I want to know. Do the Midwest dominate boxing?
Yeah. Like the most slickest fighters come out of there. You're not going to find nobody with an articulate mindset that in depth, you know.
Can I vouch for Cali?
Yes, you can.
Can I throw some names?
You can drop some names.
Oscar De La Hoya?
Okay. Golden Boy, I hear him.
Can I say Fernando Vargas?
Okay.
Can I?
You know, it's all right.
Let me throw a few out there. I ain't even got to. I ain't even. Can I say Devin Haney?
Okay.
Can I say the great Andre Ward?
Oh, SOG.
Can I say Leo Santa Cruz?
I see.
Can I say Robert Garcia? Can I say? I'll leave me off that list. I'll leave that for them. But you saying the Midwest dominate boxing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw some Midwest names out. Let me do it.
Okay.
We're gonna excuse the obvious because we already know that.
You want to do some old school legend?
I'm pulling back. Give me.
You want to drop like Herman Kilche? You know
Okay.
You want to drop Bronco McCart? You
know Bronco. Okay.
You want to go back like
yeah.
You want to go back like
Yeah,
man. Okay. Well, then you got from the Midwest, including Detroit and Michigan, or just Detroit?
The Midwest.
Okay. Well, you got Floyd.
I said we can't main. They don't count. He don't count.
His dad.
No Mayweathers count. No May, because we already know that.
Okay.
You cemented the number one spot with Floyd. I got it. Okay. Now,
Fine.
James Toney.
I would do James Toney. I do. We did Mel McCoy. We did Herman Kente. We did. I'm about to get deep with this one. And true enough, he's represented from Detroit because he reigned for like 13 or 14 title defenses. Thomas Boom Boom Johnson.
Thomas Boom Boom Johnson.
Yeah.
They thought you was gonna say Thomas Hitman Hearns.
No, he in there too.
You pulled way back on him.
I went way back.
So you're a historian.
Yeah, like I stick to the old craft because it's how I came up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was me. You know, I'm talking about standing in the mirror for 3 to 4 months before you even wrap your hand up in the glove.
That's what I'm talking about. This thing, there are levels to this. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I couldn't. Like, did it get frustrating because I knew I was just coming to just stand in the mirror? Like, yeah. But it became something I learned to deal with and actually make fun of. You know, not make fun of, but make fun of.
Right.
If y'all understand my language.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Like, I took it to a different mental level. And the way my coach would tell me, the late great John Brown, he said, when your mind go, you'll fight. Because I'm not building you for a knockout artist. I'm building you for the distance. People want mine to put money on you. I said, wow.
Dropping jewels.
Dropping that cash. Because they're going to make sure they got a fighter's chance. Right. It's a difference how you explain it to me. It's a difference if you have a puncher's chance and a fighter's chance.
I like that.
And you know, coming up, I didn't really understand that. He like, yeah, you hit like a mule, and you gonna hurt people along the way, but I'm building you for the distance.
Right.
You know, and I took it as whatever the distance is. But when I finally found out how long 3 minutes can be, woo, okay.
Hey, I tell people all the time, 3 minutes is a long time.
It is.
That's a long time to fight somebody. Tell us this. No Edit Podcast. Shoot, I forgot to shout out the sponsors. I will do that right now. Shout out TK Cuts. Shout out Lante's Auto Sales LLC. Shout out Saitan Muay Thai, Wilson Gracie Jiu Jitsu. That's where I train. Shout out to TK Cuts, if I didn't already say that. Shout out to BWO. Shout out to 19 Keys, Brother Ben X, Chris Cole and the family. Shout out to every sponsor that I forgot by accident. I will make sure I put you in the comments. We'll make sure I put you in the comment section. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to do this. We would do it without you. You just make it a lot more comfortable because of the finances. We most certainly appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
Let me ask you this question, champ. Future champ. Your trainer, the great Rick Griffin. How did y'all meet? And how's the chemistry?
Okay, the chemistry was great. The way we met, I always knew about him. I know about him since I actually went to Cumberland Young Center.
Okay.
You know, my dad was going to take me to Alvin Blue Lewis at first.
Alvin Blue Lewis.
Yeah. He fought Ali.
Midwest legend.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
when I went there, when I went to Cumberland Young Center, it was a guy talking about a couple trainers. And they was in a huddle, and I remember them saying his name, saying how I caught on to it because they said the coach's name down at Cannon, which was Tony Nolan. And they asked me, I forget the guy's name, they asked me, she said, what you coming down here for? You at the other gym. I said, well, the other gym closed. He like, oh, he was down there with Tony Nolan.
Right.
So they closed. I said, yeah. Finney's still open, which was the high school next to the rec center.
Finney High.
Yeah, it was next to the rec center.
So you're familiar with Finney and Cooley and
yeah, I went to Finney, and Finney, arch rival at the time I was coming up with it was Murray, right?
Okay.
And I couldn't stand that because when the football games came, if it ain't Murray, it ain't right. Like, come on now, no, I don't be saying that. So little congregations would bust out with fights and stuff, but that was their slogan, and it was kind of cool. Like, you had Denby Doughboys,
right?
You know, you had Kettering KOK. Like, it was just, it was a family in high schools,
right?
Because it was so deep, it was so many people,
right?
You know, so, but yeah, back to that. I actually heard about him through this group of guys talking,
right?
So I always knew of him. Then he trained a couple of the fighters out of Detroit, out of my gym. So I heard stories from them about him. And that's how I'm like, okay, well, I know who this guy is. Coming down here, how I linked up with him was, the first time I came down here, I got Badu Jack ready for his fight on the Tyson undercard.
Okay.
Right, got him ready. He went down there and told dude the hell up.
Right.
You know, then I came back.
He just got a stoppage a couple weekends ago or last week or something like that. Right.
Then I came back for his camp, worked with him for a little bit, then left. And I was actually on my way back home, really. And the coach that was training me at the time while I was in Detroit was a guy named Ernie Hauser. Nice guy.
Right.
Well spoken, more respected than the most around Detroit. And
right.
He came up around the Greg Coverson area, if y'all know who Greg Coverson is.
Right.
So he was down here with me for a little bit, but he had shoot back to Detroit. And I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna stay down here and keep working with the fellas until I actually land a fight down.
Right.
And the fight that was going to go through at the time that I was banking on was going to be a fight at it was a casino.
Out here?
The Westgate Casino in Vegas.
Oh, okay, on Vegas.
And I was trying to find out what was going on, and I guess it never fell through. So in my mind, I'm like, well, I done waited the whole year for this to happen. It ain't happening. I'm about to get out of here.
Right.
I ended up getting a text on Facebook, and he said, if you need a trainer out here, let me know.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, cool. You know, hopefully, if you're really serious, I'll come out here.
Right.
And my wife, mother stays in Arizona.
Right.
And he wrote Arizona. So even though we was coming to see her, I said, hey, man, I called him up. I said, I'm in Arizona. You know, he like, well, okay, cool. Are you for real? I'm like, yeah, I'm here for real. So I called my coach in Detroit, like, hey, I told him about Rick Griffin, and he said, you know what, okay, well, do what you got to do. Like, he's not the one to hold me back to make sure.
Right.
He just keep me for himself. Like,
right. Whatever's best for you.
Whatever's best for the fighter,
right.
That's how Coach Ernie wrote.
Right.
Like, so I told him, I said, hey, Coach Griffin don't mind training me down here and get me ready for the fight. And he like, well, okay, cool. Just make sure I make it happen. If everything is on the up and up, make it happen.
That's what's
and
up.
I said, okay, cool. So we linked up, and man, we've been really working.
Moving and grooving, huh?
The stuff I figured out down here is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys with my type of work ethic could hang with guys down here.
Right.
But really, if I had a work ethic down here from the beginning of when I started, ain't no such thing as either losing a fight or not getting no knockouts, because you training probably in one of the hottest parts in the world.
Right. It is a desert.
It is.
Right.
And I learned over the time since I've been here, for the 2 or 3 months I've been here, that it's a whole different situation.
Right. Different mindset.
Different.
Yeah, different way to do it.
It's like it tests your willpower, really.
Right.
Seriously. Like,
right.
You know, and it's just a different type of caliber of condition. That's what I'm thinking. It's a different type of caliber of condition.
Right.
And when I was introduced to that, I look at the guys back in Detroit like, it's so many dogs in Detroit.
Right.
So many dogs in Detroit, but they never get the conditioning opportunity because they don't want to travel.
Right.
You know, and my thing is, you can invest in yourself.
Right.
And I took a chance on myself instead of waiting for somebody to take a chance on me.
Right.
And now I can actually come to the forefront like, hey, we bringing this.
Right.
We bringing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody to put themselves on the line for me, and I can't fall.
And you can't fall through. Right.
You know,
I hear that.
I can't make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't give a person the best chance to make money with me or get in the history books with me. Like, that's what it's about. You know, even though you can't eat off legacy, but it's something worth stacking.
Hey, you can. Floyd Mayweather just made $130 million for an exhibition of legacy.
Well, I'll take that back. I'll take that back.
He's made $130 million off legacy.
Hey.
It's on an exhibition for a retired fighter. Legacy does that.
Yeah.
So legacy can't open doors for you.
You're right.
It can't open doors, and yours is gonna be great. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna open doors for you, and you're gonna remember that little crazy old man with the camera. He told me that I can eat off this stuff. Real quick, champ, real quick, and then we're gonna let you get back to it. 17th.
17th, yes, Bobby Hicks card. Yes, it's in Chicago. Rosemont.
Give us a 30-second prediction. We're gonna close out.
A 30-second prediction? I ain't gonna give you a 30-second prediction. I'll give you like a 10-second prediction.
We'll take 10.
I'm gonna just throw my favorite punch.
It's that simple, huh?
Yeah. Do you want to know which one that is?
What is it?
The one that connects.
The one that connect. I heard the one that land. What's up? Chan, let me take my hand, sir. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity, brother. We certainly appreciate you. 17th.
Yes.
Get your tickets. Bobby Hicks.
Bobby Hicks card.
In
ready in Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois. It's a better time than niggas. If you go when it's cold, you ain't gonna make it back to the airport.
It is the Windy City. You might get blew back.
You might get blew back to where you came from.
You might get blew back to where you came from.
Be ready. All right, champ.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No edit.